Hello, hello, hello. What ho? Welcome back to another exciting adventure of. And I get so distracted by stuff. Squirrel. Piensas de Viejo. I'm your host, Travis Finlay. Just got some rosemary, parsley, sage, and thyme. Just kidding. Just got some rosemary. And some yeast for my bread. Gonna try to add some rosemary to some of it to see how that tastes. I think it should taste pretty good. But a rye and rosemary combination, I think that would be really good. Any Hoosker-doo, I'm going to continue my thought on AA because my experience with everyone who gave testimony was the complete opposite. And, all of these guys got up and were saying, you can only, the first step in AA is to say, my life has become unmanageable because of this addiction. And then the second step is, I can't do this. I need help. And that's where I was going to stand up and go, no, wrong. Absolutely not. Wrong. Right? Like, it's almost like saying, to a certain extent, I don't need to breathe. And I get that, right? If I stopped breathing, I'm going to die. So if you don't ask for help, you're never going to overcome your shortfall. But my experience, for me, I would get up, if I got up and gave testimony, I would say, look, I'm glad this is working for you guys. I don't need this program. I've done this myself. My addiction wasn't alcohol, but my crying out to God for help, my acknowledging to God that I can't do this on my own and that I need his help never worked for me. Never worked. Until I realized that everything I needed was within me. And then all of the responsibility fell back on me, which, if you've listened to my previous rants, I've said that before about spirituality. Even if, let's say, even if I needed God's grace to do a certain act, let's say love my neighbor, it's almost like putting gas in the car. He's like, I put gas in your car, bro. I tuned up your spark plugs. I tuned up your oil. I tuned up your liquids. I did everything. You got to get in the car and drive. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help myself, right? It's the infinite regress. No. I don't need you just to help me do it. I need you to do it for me, right? That's what these people are saying. I can't do this. And so then God did it for me. Well, great. I'm glad that worked for you, but didn't work for me. So even though you say to God, I need your help to overcome my addiction, okay, that's a great first step. How do you know he gave you the ability? How do you know that, now before you prayed, you were like trusting in your own ability and this earbud is not wanting to stay in my ear. So, let's say you fell off the wagon. You're like, oh God, I did it again. This is what happened. I was this, I was that. And I got home and I just didn't do well. Okay. So then you say, okay, God, tomorrow's a new day. When you wake up the next day, how do you know God's done anything? How do you know you have something now that you didn't before? And even if you did notice this little bring, this little Tinkerbell fairy dust kiss on your cheek, now you have the power, my son. You still have to do it. You still have to make that decision turn that corner, jump that ravine, jump that shark. So anyway, I'm just going to be repeating myself. I'd love to know what you guys think about this, but anyway, those are my, my basic 2 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents worth of my AA experience, But I do believe that it would be possible to create a recovery anonymous, right? Just across the board. Just an across the board recovery anonymous thing. So that you have a community of people who get to know who each other are, maybe there's a woman in the group that who needs help with grocery shopping or changing her oil, and so then you become this community where you help each other out, which is great, So it doesn't just have to be Alcoholics Anonymous, it could just be anything, Broken Relationships Anonymous. So I think it's worth thinking about. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and if this video ends up in the Patreon, make sure you subscribe to one of the very low cost tiers to show your support, and then also enable me to take the time to edit these and put them up. So I have been your host, Travis Finley. Until